So we're in what will probably be a very typical Mars habitat in the years 2037 to 2050 on Mars, when there may be as many as 10,000 people living on the planet by then. I know that sounds like fantasy and science fiction, but it's actually going to be true. There's probably going to be humans on Mars in as little as 10 years, and there are companies like SpaceX which are developing rockets that could carry as many as 80 people on one trip, and they're going to build hundreds, if not thousands, of those rockets. So by the time we are building environments like this on Mars, there could easily be 10,000 people, and there could easily be 1 or 2,000 people coming on every trip. So, we have the obvious sort of things that you need in a habitat on Mars, like sleeping quarters and a place to make food and a communications center and an extremely vital little product down there, which is a 3D printer, which will make everything from your toothbrushes to your silverware for you. But the real secret in this habitat is in the outside walls and what's underneath. And these outside walls in the habitat we've built here are a couple feet thick. They're made out of Martian soil formed into bricks. NASA has developed a system where you add a little polymer plastic to the Martian soil. You form something that looks like a brick in a mold, and you put it in a microwave oven, and you have an immediate brick. And the difference between what will be real on Mars and this particular building is that the walls here are a couple feet thick, but the walls in a habitat on Mars will be 10 or 12 feet thick. And the reason is that Mars does not have a magnetosphere like Earth that deflects cosmic rays, and it does not have a thick atmosphere like Earth that absorbs solar radiation. So radiation on Mars is going to be a big problem, and you have to live in a very protected environment with very, very thick walls. Underneath the floor here, in what would be kind of like a little basement, in a typical Martian habitat, you will have a machine called MOXIE. That's an acronym for a machine that sucks in the Martian atmosphere, and the Martian atmosphere is 96% carbon dioxide, and it strips off the carbon atom from it. It's kind of a reverse fuel cell, and it strips off the carbon atom and pumps out pure oxygen, so that you will have a machine that creates not only pressurizes where you're living, because the Martian atmosphere is so thin that you need it to live in a pressurized environment that's pushing against your skin, because our bodies are developed to push out against the 15 pounds of atmospheric pressure we have per square inch on our bodies on Earth. So you'll have a machine that makes oxygen and helps pressurize this environment, but you'll have another machine called WAVAR, which is another acronym for a machine that sucks in the Martian atmosphere once again, which is about 100% humid every night, and will absorb the water, the humidity, out of the Martian atmosphere into a mineral called zeolite. Then you simply squeeze the zeolite and you have water. So you have something to breathe, you have something to drink, you have protection against solar radiation, and you have everything you need to live.